The generator, as you see, is mounted on top of the engine at the front of the valve chamber cover, the fan pulley revolving on the generator shaft. By loosening this screw, the generator may be raised or lowered to adjust the fan belt. The distributor, coil, and condenser are combined in one unit at the front of the engine. The distributor rotor operates directly on the end of the camshaft with no interposing gears, so there is perfect timing all the time. Here we have the distributor cut away so you can see the mechanism. Full automatic spark control is provided by the action of the centrifugal governor, but a new feature is the vacuum-controlled brake on the governor, which controls its action and ensures perfect timing even when the engine is suddenly accelerated under heavy load. Spark plugs are connected with the distributor by heavy insulated cables, which are carried in waterproof conduits from each cylinder bank. The distributor also is waterproof. Airplane propeller type fan and a centrifugal water pump in each cylinder head are features of the efficient cooling system. The clutch is the single plate type. These springs are provided in the web of the clutch plate to absorb sudden shocks. You will be interested in the way the engine is mounted in the chassis. It is completely cushioned on rubber. It is mounted on rubber at 2 points in front, and it is attached to a rubber insulated plate in the center crossmember. An easily accessible cup provides lubrication for the clutch throwout bearing. Gear shifting is easy. The transmission has a silent second, helical cut gears in constant mesh. And the synchronizing device permits quiet shifting between first and second gears up or down with no possibility of clashing gears. And now that we have finished our inspection of the engine, let us examine the frame. It is of the double drop type, which brings the car close to the road, giving a lower center of gravity, a safety feature. Built with deep side members and 5 cross members, it is unusually strong and rigid. The rear axle is a 3/4 floating type, the advantage of which is that the weight of the car is carried on the axle housing. Axle gears are forged integral with the shafts. Roller bearings are used throughout as the most efficient, the double taper roller bearings on the pinion shaft assuring perfect alignment of gears. The drive shaft is the tubular type. The Ford principle of torque tube and radius rod construction is retained in this new car. The sturdily constructed front radius rods run from the front axle to the center crossmember where they are joined. They are attached in a rubber insulated ball socket. By the use of the rubber insulator here in the socket, a new element of quietness is introduced. Metal-to-metal contact is eliminated, and lubrication is unnecessary. Equal sturdiness is found in the rear radius rods, which are attached to special brackets on the rear axle housing, running forward to join the torque tube. Through the use of the torque tube, driving thrust is taken up by the tube, leaving the springs free to perform their normal function. The radius rods maintain axles in correct alignment, and so ensure maximum efficiency in brake operation. Here again in the new car is another basic Ford principle, the transverse cantilever spring. In this car we find the rear spring mounted back of the rear axle housing. a low, flat spring with full flexibility. Rear springs are made in several sizes to meet the riding requirements of the various body types. The shock absorbers, when installed on the car, are set to provide the proper cushioning effect from normal driving conditions on a smooth road. After that, they automatically adjust themselves to all roads. A bimetallic thermostat automatically opens and closes the fluid passage as temperature changes, while the valve it regulates operates automatically when bad bumps are encountered. Thus, a smooth, comfortable ride is assured over all kinds of roads, winter or summer. Here's how the shock absorbers perform. This machine was built to test them out, and the wheels are jolting more violently than they would on any road over which the average driver travels. Yet you have only to look at the glass of water to see how the shocks have been absorbed and how steadily the frame rides. Another outstanding feature of the new Ford V-8 is the extensive use of rubber insulators. They are used in all spring shackles and in all the shock absorber links. They, with the rubber in the front radius rod ball socket, insulate the running gear from the frame, which means quiet operation. They eliminate all metallic wear, and tests indicate that they will last the life of the car. Brakes are of the four-wheel mechanical type. The service brake has a braking surface of 186 square inches. The brake drums are of a special cast alloy iron, and tests show that they will not easily score. The brake cross shaft is a 9-inch shaft mounted in oilless bearings at the rear of the center cross member, so designed as to ensure positive action. The brakes are simply constructed, are self-centering, and designed to bring the car to a stop quietly, quickly, and smoothly with the least effort. Here on this board are shown the various ball and roller bearings used in the new car. Each bearing is selected for the particular function it has to perform. The car moves in these frictionless bearings in all forward speeds, another assurance of good performance and long life. Steering has been made almost effortless with the new worm and sector steering gear with 3-tooth sector. Another feature is that the thrust bearings are automatically adjusted. Here we have the fuel tank. It is made of turn plate, electrically seam welded into one piece, and is unusually strong. It has a capacity of 14 gallons. The pump and gauge tubes running forward are electrically welded together for strength. Now we come to the bodies of the new car. They are of steel, built to the high qualities of workmanship characteristic to all Ford manufacturers. An interesting feature of the fine mesh wire used in the soft roof construction of the sedan bodies is that it is completely insulated and so may be used as a radio aerial. This panel shows various coats applied in painting the bodies. A primer, 2 surfacer coats, 3 double-header coats of peroxylin lacquer, and a finish coat of lacquer. There is a choice of several beautiful color combinations. Fenders are beautifully finished in enamel. Underneath it, quality you do not see, is a coat of Bondurite, which helps preserve the enamel and prevents rust spreading if the fenders are scratched. Running boards are long and wide. They are made of steel, and the rubber covering is vulcanized to the metal. Another feature of the running board is that it is attached directly to the side member of the chassis frame.